You know what? I like the look of this new faction. I do. This new dangerous alliance. I do. But so do so many other people. And that's the major problem. They're trying to be heels and it's not coming across like that. They're getting cheered. Punk, Reigns are getting booed. They send out Sami Zayn at the beginning of the show. He gets booed. Seth Rollins is getting cheered still. He's coming out dressed the same music. Fans are singing along. He's doing his same old shtick. I'm a revolutionary. I'm a visionary. All of that. And fans are chanting along with it. Seth freaking Rollins. The only difference is Heyman and Bron Breaker have spent too long on the sunbeds. What is going on there? They tried their best on this show to get people to boo them, but they were having none of it. Like I said, they booed the mention of Punk. They booed the mention of Reigns. When they sent out the white meat babyface in Sami Zayn, he got booed. What more can they do? It's not working out the gate. The fans are maybe the problem here. Maybe that's the problem. First match out the gate tonight was Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez, and I don't mind them bringing up these women. Roxanne Perez is more than ready to come up. Same goes for Julia. Same goes for Stephanie Vaquer. The only problem is, and the elephant in the room, unfortunately, is Rhea Ripley. The size difference in this match was ridiculous. Looks like Mummy is playing with kids again. Rhea selling and bumping for midgets is horrible to watch. In my opinion, she needs to be put up against women more her size. She would be better off on SmackDown. The sooner she's drafted over there, the better. With women the likes of Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Charlotte Flair, all around her size, and would have much better matches, I'm sorry, than with the likes of Io Sky, Roxanne Perez, Julia, and the rest of them. They're far too small. It looks ridiculous. Rhea Ripley would be better off on SmackDown, and that's a fact at the moment. So Logan Paul is the new number one contender, and I have no problem with it, because at the moment he's the best fucking heel in the company. He's the only one who's got any heat. The only one getting booed. Wants a world title shot. Calls out Jay. Jay comes out. Says he's not losing this title to some punk-ass YouTuber. Super kicks him in the mouth. Didn't mind that. That was a good little segment. New Day on commentary were gold. War Raiders versus the Judgment Day was a decent tag match. Penta gets involved. Of course he does. Getting some heat back. Getting some revenge back on what happened to him last week when he got cost the Intercontinental title by JD. That made sense. Sami Zayn's backstage with Otis. Why? I don't know. Why he's talking to Otis, I have no idea. Heyman sits down with him. Lets him know that Bron wants a match with him tonight, but he can still be traded to SmackDown. And if he does accept to get traded to SmackDown, he would face the winner of Cena versus Orton. Not a bad trade. But we know what happens later on in the show. First of all, we've got the fantastic acting skills of Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria to watch. And again, Becky's getting cheered. Got no heat. None at all. Do you know why? They don't care that she took out Bayley. They don't care that she took out Lyra. Because no one gives a fuck about Lyra. And you could tell that when she was coming out to the ring. And the awful acting and the fans giving her the what chant. This was terrible. Awful brawl. Lynch sneaks attack after running away. And we're getting an IC title match. Becky Lynch is going to be the IC champion very, very soon, isn't she? Is she joining up with this dangerous alliance? I don't know. That's the way I see it going at the moment, to be honest with you. Nick Aldis is backstage with Penta. Lets him know he's getting a match with JD next week. Penta's happy about that. But I did like the interaction with Chad Gable backstage. I thought that was good. The Lucha Bros tease. Could we get Lucha Bros versus Chad Gable and El Grande Americano. Is that where this is leading? I hope so. That'd be pretty cool. We get a Rusev video package letting us know that after he left the WWE, he fell into the abyss. Is that a roundabout way of taking a shot at AEW? Who knows? Who knows? For me, the best match of the night, the most enjoyable match of the night, was Stephanie Vaquer versus Ivy Nile. I really enjoyed that one. That was a really good match. Both of them really good. I thought Ivy Nile looked really decent, and it was a shame that she had to lose. Yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Looks like AJ is the first one up to be challenging Dom for the IC title. They had a little interaction with Nick Aldis backstage. I don't know where Adam Pearce was tonight. They probably mentioned it, but I just must have missed it. Sami had interaction with Karrion Kross, who's doing his bits backstage, you know, as he does. Then we get Michael Cole and Pat McAfee talking about Gunther and what happened last week. Now, I wouldn't have thought Pat would have been on the show. But he's no selling what happened after him last week. He was fine the next day. He was on his podcast. So he completely no sold what Gunther did to him. Gunther's suspended for no fucking reason. I mean, other people do far worse. Randy Orton RKO Nick Aldis and got a title match for it. And a match at WrestleMania. Gunther gets suspended for choking out Pat McAfee. No consistency there. Pat gets on the mic, stands on the table, gets on the mic, tells us how much money he's spent on charities and how great of a person he is. People have forgotten about who he is, and he's forgotten who he is. When he dies, he wants to be known as a loyal motherfucker. And he's especially loyal to Maggle Cole. And there's a Maggle Cole chant. He calls out Nick Aldis, and he wants him to lift the suspension on Gunther and wants a fight. Aldis says no. Instead, there'll be a sanctioned match at Backlash. I can't wait for this. I cannot wait to see Gunther slap the shit out of Pat McAfee. It's going to be great. Pat says yes, and I am guessing this is how they're writing Pat off TV for a few months, and we won't see him for a while after this match. And maybe Corey Graves will get his spot back on Raw. Oh, at last. And we can stop the fucking yeeting on the tables and Michael Cole yeeting as well. I've had enough. I've seen enough. Jay's backstage with Sami talking about yeeting. There's all love there between those two. Is there though? There's that little stare after Sami walks away from Jay. What's that about? What are these sly little stares about? Then out of nowhere, boom! Knocked the fuck out. You got knocked the fuck out! Logan Paul knocks out Jey Uso, leaves him laying, and gets this heat back. Awesome. Away goes Logan Paul into the night. Logan Paul, the number one contender. I can't see him winning it, but I don't mind him being the number one contender right now. Right now, it doesn't matter. You know, Jay ain't dropping the title straight out the gate 2 weeks after WrestleMania. That's not happening. But they needed someone, and Logan is a big name, and it will be a decent match, I reckon. And then we get the main event segment. Seth's in the ring. He calls out Sami. Sami comes out and pretty much tells Seth to go to hell. So, with that response, here comes Bron Breakker. We get Bron versus Sami. And Bron kicks the shit out of Sami, doesn't he? 3 spears. Sami still tells Seth to go to hell. He rolls out the ring. Another spear on the outside. Then here comes security. Here comes out more refs to stop the match. Sami is done. Sami is out. He somehow gets back in the ring. And the refs try to stop Breakker. Seth gets in the ring and stops Bron. And then it was just so obvious what was coming next. A stomp to Sami Zayn. Fans don't care. They don't care. They're chanting one more time for the spears. They want to see Bron Breakker hit him with another spear, another spear, another spear. They're enjoying it. They're barking. They're loving it. They're loving it. This babyface faction just taking everyone out. They're absolutely loving it. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.